Today we're going to be talking about a free platform called Flickr. There should be an official logo somewhere. So what is Flickr and what is it used for? Flickr is a free online platform where you can post your photos to be able to have critics on it. But today we're going to get a bit detailed on what Flickr offers so that you can know how you can up your photography game. So if you're interested in this topic, keep on watching. So I'm going to be talking about 4 key points on why Flickr can really help your photography game. Number 1, groups. Now Flickr allows you to join different kinds of groups. Groups according to your particular camera brand and particular camera model. So let's say for me, I'm interested in the A6400 camera and I have not bought it yet, but I would like to see what kind of photos I get out of that camera. So I will usually join all these groups to be able to have an understanding of what kind of photos this camera can take. Be it full frame, crop frame, or even micro four thirds. There are tons of camera models in that group which you can be able to explore and see which camera fits you. Oops, I do not have an eraser somewhere, so I need to get it. Which brings me to our number 2 point, which is lenses. Now, not only can you join all these groups that belongs to a particular camera model, you can join to a particular lens. So just in case if you are wondering, oh, what kind of photos my Sigma 16mm 1.4 can get me, I will join all these groups and be able to see all the photos that have been posted there. You are also able to categorize them according to whether they are interesting or when the photo is uploaded. Don't worry if all this sounds very technical. Later on, I'll be going through a walkthrough which will be able to show you how to get around Flickr. Let's move on to our 3rd point. Number 3 is settings. Now, not only you're able to see your photos up there, you're able to see the settings which are shot up there. The shutter speed, the ISO, the focal range, and all the other minute details which sometimes you don't even know that your camera have taken those information. All those are in this category called EXIF, I think. Now the 4th and final one before we move on to our walkthrough is reception. Now just as YouTube have all these thumbnails, Flickr have all these smaller snippets of the photos before you're able to click on them and see them in detail. Now you're able to see how many views you have on these thumbnails. So without further ado, let's go through a walkthrough. So enough talk, let's get on to how to go about the Flickr page and what are the things you can look up for. So first of all, I would like to show you guys, okay, this is my photo stream. This is basically all the photos that I've posted. Some of them can be found on my channel. So what's so good about having Flickr for photographers is that you're able to see the settings that you set for the camera and it's reflected onto the screen. So let's take for example this photo. This is my Sony a7 II with the FE 16-35 Carl Zeiss f4 lens. Now the first setting is our aperture. I shot this at f8 followed by this 16 here. This is the focal length that I shot at from my camera lens. Now a lot of the other sites such as Facebook just tell you the lens that you shot, but not necessarily the focal length which you shot the photo at. Now this 3rd one over here is the shutter speed, followed by the ISO, and this one tells you if you have used flash or not. Now once we click up to the EXF here, you can see all the further details about all the functions which you shot at in deeper details. Now honestly, I do not know a lot of what they are talking about here, but above the basic ones, these are all that I need to know. As you can see, I'm also able to create a short description here and link it to the YouTube videos that you can see on my channel. Now if you move over to the albums, you can see that I'm able to categorize them to different albums. So you're able to do that if you have a lot of photos. It is a much more organized flow of things. Now let's move on to the groups which I'm in. Now as you can see, here are all the groups that I'm in. Actually some are hidden. Yep, so here are all the groups that I've joined. I've joined all the different camera bodies which just now you have saw. So let's say we go for the a7 II. Now there can be a lot of lenses on the a7 II. So let's take for example this photo. You can see that it's shot at fe8. Let's move on to the next random one, and with this one I shot at the DT40mm, which I think is a manual lens. So you're able to tell different lenses within the different groups. Okay, if you are more particular for, let's say you're looking out for a particular lens, let's say the Sigma 16 f4, you can click here, and then here will be all the photos that are shot with the Sigma 16 f4. Now, before I got my Sigma, I really joined this group to have a look at some of the photos that I'm able to take with it, and this really helps me to narrow down my choices for lenses. So I hope you guys enjoyed that walkthrough and how to go about navigating Flickr, but there's still a big question on why Flickr? There is Facebook and there's Instagram out there, but why would you choose Flickr over them, or why would it be a better tool over them? Let's break down a few reasons. Let's narrow down for Facebook. Now, why Facebook groups compared with Flickr groups is not so good is because Facebook groups allow you to post information up there, but the information are not so thorough. Example, one of the information you're able to see is that within a lens itself, there's a focal range, so let's say 16 to 35. On Flickr, you're able to see which focal range you have taken the photo at, compared with just telling you the lens that I've taken at. If let's say we take it with a 70 to 200, it's a wide range. I could be taking a photo at 70mm, or I could be taking the photo at 200mm. It makes hell of a difference if you're on the spot composing a shot. Secondly, Facebook tends to have a level of negative people out there. Some of them are just amateurs who just got the camera and pretend to know that they know a lot about photography. Whereas Flickr is still quite a more saturated place with professionals, because a lot of the photos put up there have a lot of information there that is quite hard to be able to manipulate. I've joined various Facebook photography groups, and honestly that's my experience with them. You might have a slightly different experience with them, but I would generally say that there are tons of people up there who are not necessarily very expert in their field and just commenting, and some of them comment just for the sake of commenting. You might also see other unrelated links over there, which doesn't really help you if you're very objectively looking for a group to be able to understand more about your photos. One more thing is that they are unable to search a particular photo or for a particular user with all their photos that they are uploaded. Facebook is quite a messy place to organize photos, I would say, especially in groups, because once you post a photo, it's just a feed that is up there. They do not have a category which you're able to search and have find all the photos that belongs to this particular user. I mean, if you guys have found it, please let me know. I'm still learning on the platform itself, but I find Flickr is so much more organized, as you can see from the walkthrough that I have a photo stream of all the photos that I've taken. Let's move on to Instagram. Now, Instagram generally has a much younger audience, and I'm sure you guys know a lot of the photos there are very lifestyle based. Meaning, I've no doubt that a lot of the photos there have been manipulated, being photoshopped or being added very nice effects through applications. The objective of Instagram and Flickr, I would say, is widely different. So I'll say the word influencers probably started on Instagram itself due to the younger demographics who are very keen to very nice photos rather than very objective based photos for like professional photographers. Now, just in case you think my understanding of Facebook and Instagram demographics just out of nowhere, I'll be showing you guys a graph at the end of this Instagram discussion. Now, lastly, for Instagram, unless you join all those Instagram groups that are particularly for lens or hashtag those lens, you're able to see those settings of the photos that's taken. Now, if you're a budding photographer, you want to know what settings you're able to shoot at to be able to get that shot. So with that said, now let me show you the graph that which I'm showing you the target audience of both Facebook and Instagram. Now, as you can see from the graph itself, Facebook has a slightly older audience reach, whereas Instagram has a younger demographics compared with Facebook. So comparing these two platforms, I'll be narrowing down my experience with Facebook, Instagram versus using Flickr. Now, the first and the most important one is compression. Now, Facebook and Instagram compresses the photos a lot. Now, once you upload a photo onto Instagram, you can see that the photo is very pixelated once you view it on a larger screen. Now, very simple, just take a tablet and view your Instagram profile. You're able to see that all your photos have been quite pixelated compared with viewing from a phone. Now, of course, the main purpose of compression is that you're able to view it much faster, and definitely for the younger audience on Instagram, they will want to keep a younger audience there, so the photos tend to load faster due to the compression. Facebook has a slightly lesser compression, but I would say that you're still unable to pull a very nice file back from the moment that you upload it. You can try with Flickr. I've done it many times to be able to pull my photo out of them, and the photo that I'm able to get out of them is easily 70 to 90% of the original file size which I uploaded. Secondly, you're able to use Flickr as a form of portfolio. Now, in case some of you guys do not have the funds to be able to start up your own website, you're able to just post photos there and be able to refer people to that link. Having this free online platform to post your photos is a good platform to show the works that you have done so far. You're also able to get feedbacks and encouraging comments from other professional photographers who are on the platform. Lastly, focus. Now, just in case you did not know, Flickr is actually backed up by Yahoo, which is probably compared with Google the second biggest search engine out there. So this group of people who are on Flickr, I would say, are quite professional in the way in which the comments is being shown. You will not see hate comments or even spammy mails on Flickr. Besides that, there are other functions which have not fully explored, such as forums or other groups or trending. Among all these things that I've mentioned, there are probably some functions which I have not explored totally yet. If you guys can create an account and explore them, and probably leave down in the comments below some of the things which you have discovered, I'll be very grateful as you'll be able to share with other people on this video. If you guys like this video, I'm sure you'll like more tips. So click on my playlist right here where I cover other photography tips that will help you up your photography game. Now, if you guys find this video useful and be able to up your photography game, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe down below so that I'm able to generate more content for this channel. If not, keep on grinding and I'll see you guys in the next video.